My name is Tim Struby. For the past 10 years, I've traveled the globe writing sports stories. When I tell my friends about my adventures, they always say that I have the world's greatest job. You know what? They're right. Now I want to take them along and show them what it's all about. Welcome to Out of Bounds. Training camp. Before every major fight, professional boxers endure 2 months of hard labor and deprivation. WBC champion Andre Berto is in the midst of training camp, and we've decided to pay him a visit. Historically, for training camp, fighters have relocated to bucolic havens like Big Bear, California, or Deer Lake, Pennsylvania. Berto, however, has opted to stay home for training camp. Where's home, you ask? Winter Haven, Florida. My 4 least favorite words in the English language. Welcome to Central Florida. Yes, Central Florida, best known for Disney World, strip malls, and strip clubs. I like to refer to it as the ass of Florida. And Winter Haven, halfway between Orlando and Tampa, is the boil on that ass. We eventually make it to the north side of town and find Berto's training camp headquarters, the Winter Haven PAL gym. On time, no less. As a writer, rule number 1 is punctuality. Punctuality displays professionalism. Rule number 2, however, is that professional athletes never adhere to rule number 1. The door's locked. An hour later, Berto arrives in what appears to be a Berto-mobile. Nothing like the subtle art of self-promotion. Have you seen the Shane Mosley van supposed to be coming down here?
Tim fucking Struby.
How are you doing, man? Any reputable boxing gym has some essential elements. First, boxers. From first-time novices to seasoned pros. The gym's got a star. A marquee name that attracts other boxers. Keeps the gym in business. 3, a certain level of seediness. There's no worse smell in the world than the inside of a boxing glove.
Training camp is everything to polish your fighter, to get him ready for the big day. Training camp is the only key element in a fighter's life. Without training camp, there is no fight.
The beauty of the sweet science is that these guys are still trained the same way they did 100 years ago. No fancy equipment, no high-tech diagnostics. Just simple, grueling exercises to hone a fighter's speed, balance, and timing, to build strength and stamina and explosiveness. The result? The ultimate fighting machine. So what's a fighter do when he's not pummeling the pads? Absolutely nothing. 8 weeks under house arrest. No girls, no parties, no nights out. Back in the old days, fighters entertained themselves playing cards or going fishing. Today, in our 10-second attention span world, it's all about text messaging, video games, and Facebook. Or if you're famous enough, you can just watch yourself on the local news.
This is how he rolls now when he comes home to Winter Haven. Still,
A sign that a fighter has been on lockdown for a long stretch of time? Slight insanity.
Even though the Avatar girl, she was tall and blue, I found myself getting attracted to her every time I watched the movie. I don't know if this is something strange or just the movie just captured me like that. Like I just wanted just a tall, blue, exotic, crazy chick.
The following morning, the alarm goes off far too early. Are these guys aware that the point of being a writer is so you can sleep in? It's no wonder boxing's a violent sport. I'd be violent too if I had to wake up at this ungodly hour on a regular basis. While most fighters run at the crack of dawn, Team Berto has introduced a new element of training to their regiment: swimming. Obviously, they're not building strong swimmers. What's the percentage of African American swimmers in this pool?
Not very many.
This is it right here. That's it. How old are you? 21, and you are a professional lifeguard. That's fantastic.
Almost 4 years.
Where do you go to school? You done? You going to school?
I don't go to college yet. I'm done with school.
Good. After a long nap, I prepare for what we call our Plimpton segment, an homage to George Plimpton, the original purveyor of participatory journalism. What's that mean? I'm sparring with the world champion.
Say he wants to get in the ring with me. We'll see.
According to a recent study, Berto's punch delivers 1,000 pounds of impact force, the equivalent of swinging a sledgehammer into someone's face.
Slightly conserve the energy part of the game here. That's my strategy. Save the energy. Him, expend.
So much for my strategy. The good news? Berto's only throwing punches at 20%. The bad news? 20% still feels like a sledgehammer. Round 2 only gets worse. This is like an athletic cat toying with a dying mouse. Beaten, ashamed, and slightly emasculated, the final bell comes to my rescue.
That was some punching. Woo!
Finito here in Florida. Thankfully, my training camp only lasts 2 days. What now, you ask? I'm going to get myself a stiff drink, head over to the strip mall, and hopefully find myself a tall, blue, exotic, crazy chick.
This is her story.